Welcome to Trail Manners, the podcast so dedicated to mountain trails and running that they broadcast out of a 78 Volkswagen bus in the mountains. Who does that? Eric and Joel are your hosts and will bring you the trail life as you may have not heard it before. You hear about everything from gear reviews, nutrition to keep you upright and moving forward, and they'll even bring guests into the bus for conversations that you won't hear anywhere else. It's time for some running adventures on a higher elevation. The old 78 Volkswagen bus is fired up and headed to the mountains. Here are your hosts for Trail Manners, proudly representing the 801 with their passion and love for the trails. Eric Manning and Joel Hatch.
Hello and welcome to the Trail Manners Podcast, episode number 14. Today, we're going to be talking about the Wasatch 100 lottery results. We're also going to discuss the major announcement from Western States, as well as the few tickets that got punched from Rocky Raccoon and Sean O'Brien 100K. So if this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The Trail Manners Podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment, and show notes are found at trailmanners.com. Come back often, and please feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Trail Manners. All links are in the show notes. Now let's get after it. All right, welcome back to the Trail Manners Podcast. I'm with Joel Hatch today. Joel, it is a beautiful Superbowl Sunday when we're shooting this out, and we both got out on a run today.
We did. It's the first time in 2 weeks that I've been able to get out and run. It was really nice.
It was nice, and I'm in the same boat. That's been about 2 weeks since my last run, so I think it's time to pick that back up again.
I'm hoping so. This is the first time I've felt in my whole life that I've been overwhelmed with work and school and life that I couldn't actually set aside some time to go run. So I feel for those people that actually say that now.
Yeah, I know, right? Because that's kind of the boat I'm in is a little too much work. So now it's time to play.
Yes.
So we're sitting here. It's Superbowl Sunday.
Yep.
We're in my office here with a couple. You got what do you got over there? A doobie?
I got a doobie from Uinta Brewing.
That's a beer, people. So
yes.
It's an IPA here in Utah. And I'm sitting over here with a Anderson Valley Hop Otten IPA, and we also have some Superbowl Sunday chicken wings.
Oh, they're so good. I've already had two.
And I threw those in before Joel got here, and I can smell them from across the room. So
super yummy.
They look good. So it's been unfortunate. Last week we had to start our show off with some unfortunate and tragic news of Todd Ragsdale, and again we're starting off our show with we lost a good one again.
Yeah.
Stephen Jones,
local guy
here, super awesome guy. I was fortunate enough to run with him. I think only like 2 times I ran across him. We never had like in-depth conversations. I wish I could say I knew him better. But he's a 2-time finisher, the Tahoe 200. He finished the Bigfoot 200.
Yep.
I mean, he was tough as they come.
Absolutely. It's just a shame that 2 weeks in a row now we've had to talk about the death of an ultra runner.
Yeah. And, you look at it, and the community has really reached out on both ends. I mean, obviously the one was in, Todd's up in Oregon, so
right.
we weren't real involved with that. But here in Utah, the Wasatch Mountain Wranglers.
Boy, they stepped up big time.
It was humbling.
Yep.
It was impressive. And,
people were ready to go out at 10 o'clock at night to search for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was.
People were geared up and headed out the door.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just waiting to go.
It was cool.
Search and rescue asked that people didn't go out, but
rightfully so. I mean, the conditions were bad. Just avalanches were just kicking off everywhere, and just watching it online, just happened online. It was crazy.
It was. I was sitting I couldn't pull myself away.
Me
at work,
too.
And I just sat and watched the feeds, and great. Canis up at Park City Running Company was kind of like the hub, if you will.
Missy Burkle did a great job too.
Yeah,
she was listening to that. What's that broadcast that they were doing? Like an emergency.
Yeah, emergency broadcast.
Yeah, something like that. You can listen. You can actually find it online now. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so I ended up started listening to that. And at first, it's just kind of gibberish, just because it's so hard to understand what's going on because they're talking over a radio. But then you kind of get used to it, and you start picking up on stuff, and you're like, "Dang, man, this is like real time. What's happening? It's crazy."
It's been a sad few weeks for sure. Couple individuals that just were enjoying life, what they were passionate about.
Yeah.
Stephen was prepared. He was I mean, he's in his element.
Yeah.
You know, so things happen, and it's just, again, unfortunate, but it's a good reminder just to be careful.
Yeah, we want you to be safe out there, folks.
It's been tough, but yeah, my hat's off to the Wasatch Mountain Wranglers, everybody,
Search and rescue,
everybody down there. I mean, just
the folks up at the canyons, Park
Yeah.
City, whatever they're called now, Park City Mountain Resort.
yeah, everybody up there, and our condolences go to his family, and he
Absolutely.
was just a well-loved and respected individual. So
Right. So let's be safe this week, so we don't have to talk about it again next week.
yep, and let's just stop there and then just wish everybody well. So
Right.
and then we'll jump in. It's unfortunate they had the endurance sports show
Yep.
here in Sandy, Utah, and I was actually down there working the last couple days, and we had a show lined up,
We did.
and it fell
Fell through.
because somebody got busy.
He did.
And we talked to him afterwards, so we're going to actually do a catch-up with him, another one, and we were really looking forward to this. We were pumped, primed, ready.
Yep.
And
We did our homework,
we did
too.
our research on this one.
That's
So,
right.
So we're going to...
This is going to happen. This is the first time it's happened to us. So at first we were looking around the endurance show going, well, who can we talk to? And really there wasn't anybody there that I really wanted to talk to. Eric wanted to talk to these nutrition folks. I didn't feel like they had the background to come on the show. And that's why I didn't really say, okay, let's go over there and talk to them. So I'm sure it's going to happen again. So what do you do, right? Well, there's so much going on in the trail world.
It's just
Right?
starting.
We can just talk about that.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the first things is, I don't know, where do we start? I guess Wasatch 100, they had the lottery yesterday.
In our backyard.
And it was, and I would like to pat Joel on the back for helping Turd'l Miller get in, because we started the movement.
And same to you. I think Let Turtle Run is what finally got him over that hump.
It was.
He's there. He's in.
I would hope to say it is. And I saw him yesterday. He actually came by the Endurance Sport show, and I saw him,
Right.
and I was just cracking up. He went to I think he went up there to the lottery itself. But I said, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So coming on our show has some benefits.
Good
and
karma.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it was 5 or 7 times he's tried to get in. And
Yeah,
hasn't.
5-time
So,
loser.
Yeah, so congratulations, Turd'l, guest on the show. But there's some good names on there. I just panned the list real quick, and everybody out there, you can look at a list of runners, and man, over the last 4 years, they've changed drastically. You used to go down a list and pick out, okay, there's one. You could pick out the names, and now it's hard to keep up with all the talented runners and athletes coming out.
Yeah, and especially locally.
Yeah, we've got a lot here in Utah. I went down the list, and I was just, cherry picking because, recognizable names. There's 3 men's names that stood out, and
Right.
apologize if someone
missed one.
if I missed one, but it's going to happen.
Maybe if you feel that you've got a chance to win, you need to bring that to our attention.
Heck yeah, we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some work on that and cover the course. But I saw a couple people I have to say would be considered favorites. I mean, you got Jared Campbell.
Yep.
I mean, he's local. He's done 4th, 5th, 6th place at Wasatch, Hard Rock.
Right.
He's done well at Wasatch. Obviously a 2-time Barkley finisher.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty.
That's pretty nice
tough.
to have in your resume.
Yeah, right.
Dakota Jones, he's coming out.
Well, if this is the Dakota Jones that we all know and love,
yeah,
and if he can stay healthy,
yeah, because I don't think he's run Wasatch yet.
I don't think he's been running much. Period lately.
Yeah,
I think he's been kind of hurt.
yeah, and he's been doing the race directing scene, which will take
True.
your time. So
They'll suck the soul out of you.
it will for sure. We see that. Matt Van Horn, local guy who had a great
Yep.
year last year, 6th.
I know he's healthy.
He
He's been
had-
running a lot.
Yeah, and so it's his backyard, and he's
Yeah.
sneaky.
He is
right?
sneaky fast.
He snuck up last year and just crushed it. So,
Yeah.
sub 24, Crimson Cheetah. So that's on the men's side. Those are a few names. On the women's side, you got defending champ from last year, Heather Kulig out of Boise.
Yeah.
And that was her first 100, and she
Oh.
won it on the women's side last year.
Well, she knows the course now.
She does know
Well,
the course.
for the
better.
most part, right?
Yeah,
And
except
then
for
they
the
changed
changes. And another local, Sarah
Yep.
McCloskey Evans, I believe. She won it in 2013. So there's some names there, and
Yep.
a lot of local friends of the show we saw
Oh yeah.
get drawn out. Some first timers, so that's been fun. I got to run with a couple people this morning that have this is their first time getting drawn for Wasatch.
Boy, that pucker factor is pretty high.
I think it was, and so that's always fun. But that's going to be a good race, again, and with the Hard Rock qualifiers coming up, that's obviously that one's full,
Right.
with the lottery. Bear 100, as we spoke about last week, that filled up quicker than
usual. And then
usual.
the wait list just got like 10 miles long.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And all those other fall 100s that people are like, should I go do that one if I want to get in the Wasatch? Well, you better sign up, folks.
Yeah. Because there was another, Curtis, a friend of ours.
What's he going to do?
He is looking at a few, I think the Kodiak.
Where's that?
It's a good question. I should probably look that up, but I did.
Kodiak sounds like somewhere up in the Pacific Northwest.
I think it's California, though.
Ooh,
it's a
I think you're
Kodiak
right.
Ultra Marathon. I've seen it before. I've seen
and that's a Hard Rock qualifier, huh?
That I'm not 100% sure.
Or he's just looking for a race.
Looking for 100 because you can't get into the Bear. So I mentioned that there's the Run Rabbit Run, same time frame, maybe a little closer. I said, you might, hitch a ride with Joel if he jumps on that one.
I already made my decision.
Uh-oh. Is that
I already
it?
signed up.
You did?
Well, not for that one.
What? Wait a minute. What'd you sign up
I thought
for?
I'd spring this on you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm not allowed to disclose the name of the race. I was made to swear secrecy to the name of the race because this is such a cool race, and it's low key, and it's not big yet.
Oh, I know where you're at. You did.
I did, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now, this race, it's not in Utah, it's not in Colorado, and it's not in Arizona. All right, so I'll give you some more information. You're probably going to see a wolf. You might see a bear. Might see a mountain lion.
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I've been there.
And it's a hard course.
It is a really hard course. It's a beautiful course.
And that's what I've been told.
And so, I'm sitting right over here, and I know I've got the Bear a little later, but I could always jaunt up and maybe get a couple miles in if you need anybody.
Yeah,
because I know
jaunt up.
Yeah, I know it's a little drive away, but I know it's going to be fun because we have other people we know that are going to.
We do, and the people that I'm going with, they made me swear that I wouldn't say the name because I guess that their affection for this race is at the point where they're afraid it's going to blow up and it's going to be that next big type of race to go to.
Yeah.
And it might.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm a little nervous. I actually started doing research.
I'm sitting there giggling because I know what you're doing. I can't believe you didn't tell me.
Well, I started doing research on the course. And usually I don't do that until about a week before a race just because I'm nonchalant that way.
Yeah, you better read up.
Yeah. So I started looking at it and I'm like, oh, this looks hard. And of course it's going to be hard. And I expect it to be hard. But I guess it's like super technical footing, which I'm okay with, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I really don't know what to expect. So
this is going to be fun.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the name of the race is...
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. You'll get in big trouble.
I know, and I know who by, so I'm not going to even go there.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, so my calendar's set now.
Wow.
Done.
Well, we'll have to get Curtis up there with you, maybe. He needs a race, and if everybody's going up, I'm going to go up now.
Yeah, it's the week
I'll
before the Bear, I think.
Yeah, I'll go hang out.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Well, I got an email today,
Did
and I'm really torn. So I was
that's right.
I was on a wait list of a race I've been wanting to do for a few years.
Yep.
And since I got on the wait list, I registered for a different race the same time frame. And I thought, well, I've got a couple family trips coming up, so maybe this race, it's good I didn't get in. But today I get an email saying, congratulations, you're off the wait list. You're now in the Gorge 100K.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Oh, what do I do? That's what I don't know because I'm signed up for the Zion 100K.
The same weekend.
Yeah. Zion's closer.
It is closer.
Less expensive.
Yep.
Probably take my family down.
Yeah.
But the Gorge has been on my list forever. I went to college in Portland, so it's just right there.
Right.
I've been actually on that trail as a backpacker. I didn't run back then. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. We encouraged everybody to get out, right?
Yep.
And try something new.
Something new, and I don't really have.
And you know what?
Zion.
At the very end of that conversation, I was like, but I love the Bear, and I want to go back and get my time. Somebody busted my butt so bad on that this week. They're like,
really?
and you guys were saying go do something new, and at the end, you said go do the Bear because yeah, I'm guilty. I understand. Boy, this is a tough one, Eric. I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to think about it for a couple days.
Yeah, I think the logical choice is you do Zion.
Yeah, it's logical, but I kind of want to break that. I'm too logical sometimes.
True, I understand that.
Step out of my comfort zone, step out of the feel-good area.
Sure.
It's so pretty. Gosh,
oh, man, those pictures look amazing.
And we have friends going up anyway running.
Yep, we do.
So it's not like I'd be all by myself.
Well,
lonely time.
But you don't want to be the third wheel either.
That's true. That's always, I did too much of that in my life, so I really don't want to do that either.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll have to make a decision on that.
That's like a quarter flip right there, maybe.
Or maybe it's Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe I just say if so-and-so wins, then I'm doing this. If so-and-so wins, I'm doing that.
That's true. We know Carolina's going to win.
I'm not a Carolina fan.
I'm not
Never
either.
have been. I want to see Denver win. I'm not a Bronco fan.
I do. I'd like to see the old man win one more time.
Because next time I go to the family reunion, I want to see his new Super Bowl ring. So I hope he wins. But Carolina just looks tough. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'll watch the game unless Carolina starts breaking away. Then I'll turn it off because I can't watch stuff like that.
No, I'm like 10 minutes is about all I can watch of any football game. Then I'm like out. Find something else to do.
Yeah, I've got no horse in the race on this one, even though Bronco was a horse, I guess. So. Let's see what else. Well, we had a couple big races. We had the Rocky Raccoon, Western States Golden Ticket.
Is Rocky Raccoon?
No, that was
Sean O'Brien.
Yeah, so we had Rocky Raccoon,
right?
Ian Sharman,
100-mile. No, I think he's run this before.
Yeah, 13:45.
That's crazy fast.
13:45, and I think it was an hour slower than Paul Terranova's done it, or somebody. Won it.
Paul Terranova did it last year and set the record?
I think
so. Is that what you're comparing it to?
I think so, but
that's crazy.
13:45.
Yeah.
And what's also impressive is on the women's field, the female was Sabrina Little at 14:55.
Yeah.
That's like
crazy
by my
fast.
math, that's 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, she was right there on him.
That's unbelievable. That's my 50-mile time.
Yeah, right? Mine too. Especially if I'm eating burritos.
Right. Oh, but the best news that came out of this for all those purists out there is Gordy.
Gordy got in.
He got in. He finished 28:31.
Yeah.
So he's into Western States the way you're supposed to get it,
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
They made an exception for him.
Well, which they should, but at least he
Just
said,
I
finished 100.
Just make one more exception for him, and then after that, say, Gordy, it's been a good ride, buddy, but we got to follow the rules.
But yes, Gordy, 28:31. That's awesome.
Still awesome.
That's
He's an old dude.
Yeah, it was awesome. Still runs without his shirt on.
I know, man.
Short shorts, old
Heck
school.
yeah.
Gotta love it. So then the next one was
that
Golden
Sean
Ticket,
O'Brien?
100K.
Yeah.
I came out of that was Steven. He came in.
Steve, what's his last name? You want to butcher that? Give it a try.
No, because I will, and I'll feel bad.
Oh, come on now.
It's Stephen W. And his Twitter.
What's his Twitter handle?
It's Shoes and Brews, I think.
It's at Shoes and Brews.
Yeah. So
is that all one word, or there's some underscores?
Underscores in there too.
Yeah.
So
he's a fast dude out of California.
Yeah, he is, and I think Jesse Haynes took second.
Yep.
So he's also in on the women's side. Devin
killed it.
She crushed it.
She came in third overall.
Yeah.
Third. She was right behind the guys.
Yep. And then right behind her was the second female, Amelia Boone, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 got in.
They did.
Western. 2 men, 2 women, top 2 each side. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And then we've got a lot going on again this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Moab Red Hot.
Yep.
Used to be and still kind of is the local
kickoff race.
Kickoff race. So
yep.
That one's coming up this weekend. The Black Canyon race is coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we got some friends going down to that.
Yep. There's a lot. The Hag Lake Trail Run, the Pemberton Trail Run. There's races now popping up everywhere, but there's a lot of races this weekend. But I think Moab's kind of the local one. The Black Canyon, I think, sound like that's growing up this way. We see more people heading down from our neck of the woods. So yeah, lots and lots going on. And then what else do we got going on there? Did you see Western States came out, put their stamp on things yesterday?
Yeah, I think what they did was pretty awesome. Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick synopsis of the performance-enhancing drug policy?
Yeah, I've got it right here, actually. And if I can read it real quick, it's the Performance Rule 18.
Rule 18, don't violate.
18, that's right. So here we go, folks. The Western States Endurance Run has a zero tolerance policy regarding the use of performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs. Any athlete who has been determined to have violated anti-doping rules or policies, whether enforced by the International Association of Athletics Federations, that's IAAF, the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, or any other national sports federation is ineligible for entry into the Western States Endurance Run.
That's pretty clear.
That's putting your foot down. I mean, if you don't understand that, the Western States Endurance Run reserves the right to conduct pre- and post-competition testing for any and all performance-enhancing drugs, Listed on the current WADA prohibited list, any athlete who refuses to submit to anti-doping controls, if selected for testing, shall be disqualified and subject to a lifetime ban from the Western States Endurance Run.
I think that's pretty powerful. I'd like to see them test the top 10.
Either way, right?
Yeah, well, top 10 men and female. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and test them, and then just do some random tests.
Yeah.
And just do it randomly. You can either set some, freaking computer program to draw the name, or you can draw the name out of the hat, just so you have that consistency, not only on the elites, but, hey, let's maybe look at what's going on in the everyday runner.
Yeah.
Right? What's popping up on their profile. And if something weird comes up with the everyday type of runner, and I'm talking like, if it's a prescription drug,
Yeah.
there's always an out that way. As long as you have that prescription and it's for you,
Yeah.
then they generally let that slide. But yeah, top 10, I think that they have the funds.
Well, not only, you look at it, and that's a pretty bold throwing down. This is in print. This is how we're doing it. And I think it's going to start a trickle-down effect with some of these other races.
I hope so, for at least the big ones
Yeah.
that can afford it. And it's a total cost issue.
Yeah, it would
You got to
be.
bring the right people out, the right equipment out, and you got to get those guys right away when they cross the finish line. Quite frankly, after running hard for 100 miles, you might not want that, but maybe this is our new reality.
It's unfortunate is what
Yep.
it is, but again, there's a lot of people out there now that do make a living at this,
Yeah.
with sponsors, with everything else. And, Lance Armstrong, I read, was going to do a training run, one of the Western, because he's pacing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's pacing Western
Boy,
States.
he's really getting into this
And
ultra
people are
stuff.
pissed that he's pacing.
Nah, just let him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Folks, stop.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he's just pacing.
He's just pacing.
He's paid some dues. I
Yeah.
know he's caused a lot of damage. We've talked about this in the past, but he's just pacing.
Exactly. Let it go.
Yeah, he's not going to
Don't
hurt
give him
you.
a hard time. Just
Yeah.
let it go. Don't be that guy.
Chucks a tomato at him,
Yeah.
or just as an absolute tool bag. Just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
right?
He's having fun. He's not hurting anybody now. Just let it go.
So what do you with the trail scene, the ultra scene? The one thing I really do hope, and I'm kind of nervous after reading this, if they start testing for IPA,
We're in trouble.
not a PED, because it's like the 3-letter things:
Yeah.
PED, HGH, IPA. If they do IPA testing, I gotta find a new hobby.
Well, it depends. Are they looking at the individuals that are most dedicated to consuming IPA?
Well, if they do that,
We can win.
Well, if they do that, what I'd hope they would do is maybe add or subtract time. You know what I mean? From your overall time, they do the test at the end. I
Yeah.
could move up
You could.
pretty deep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead
right?
of being like mid-packer, you could be top third, top
If
quarter,
I could
right?
get in the top 30 percentile, I'll probably start recruiting some sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you get in the 30 percentile, you can put a
Russian
name.
River Brewing.
Did you hear that? I just posted an Instagram
Yeah,
post.
I saw that. You snuck one. You squirreled that away somewhere,
You like
didn't
that?
you? I did.
So I did. I snuck it in. I
So
cooked
we're
up
talking about Pliny, folks.
Yeah.
Pliny the Elder.
I took some wings,
Yeah.
got some stuffed jalapeno poppers, and if you looked, I had some greens on the plate. I had
You
a
did
little
like three, like they're like little limp balls of lettuce.
It was kale and I think it was chard.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that makes it okay.
it totally balanced. You'd be
It did.
surprised.
Totally balanced out your palate.
My breath felt better, and it didn't damage me nearly internally like it should have because of those two things. So
The antioxidant properties of the kale mitigated the fried of the jalapeno poppers.
but they were good.
I'm sure they look
So
good.
they
I was a
were
little
good.
jealous. Not
Yeah.
of the food, of the Pliny.
Of course, I had the Pliny in the background, kind of
Yeah.
stealing the show. But
Giving everybody the bird. I got
that's
a
kind of
Pliny.
that's kind of what it was. But now I'm dry.
Yeah.
No more Pliny
Ah,
for a while. Anyway,
yeah. So we can find somebody that can smuggle it back to Utah for
that's
us.
right, smugglers. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to wrap things up here, talk about
Yeah.
what we've got coming up. So we'll be right back with you.
This is Luke Nelson. You're listening to Trail Manners Podcast, bringing you the dirt and the vert.
And welcome back to the Trail Manners Podcast. So, 2 weeks ago I wasn't here, and Eric did a little show where he thanked everybody. And I never got a chance to thank people. And I need to thank some very specific people for helping us for the Kickstarter. Ned Witterbottom. Now, this is a Facebook alias for this person. He is a client of mine at the gym super nice guy. He kicked down a bunch of cash, and just want to go out there and say thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Also, Missy Burkle. Man, she went up the bat for us. She was freaking harassing people for coins, man. It was awesome.
PR, right?
I know,
If
right?
you're running a campaign, she's leading the charge. That's
Heck
what I
yeah.
said to her.
And she went at it. And then on the kind of the other side of it, Debbie Farka, she was behind the scenes being really quiet about it. She kicked us some nice cash. We need to say thank you to her as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like Joel's saying, there's just so many people, and it's almost unfortunate that we can't take so much time with everybody because, the one I did give a shout out was Armani McFarland,
Shoot, yeah.
And she kicked in. Folks, she is...
What's her Facebook page? One Can Make a Change?
Yeah.
One Can Make a Change 2? Or One Can Make a Change?
I'd have to find it, but she... How old's Armani?
I'm going to say 12 at the most.
12 years old.
12-ish?
She crushes it. She's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a Gene Drive going right now. She's done backpacks for other kids. She's been recognized by the state of Utah.
As like the young volunteer of the year. So this girl, I mean, she dedicates her time. She's a volunteer juggernaut right now. She's crushing it. Right now she's collecting jeans, I believe.
Yep.
So if you're in the Ogden area and you see, a Gene Drive, it's her. She does. So what you got her Facebook
her
page?
Facebook page is one spelled out can make a change, and her website is onecanmakeachange.blogspot.com right now.
Ooh, yeah, I'm supposed to help them with that and kind of spruce that up a little bit.
And she was just on the local Fox 13. She's 12 years old. She's got her own nonprofit organization
right.
at 12.
I know.
And she kills it. I mean, she's been fun to watch, and she's got the best personality.
Yeah.
She's good. So we definitely want to thank her. 12 years old, helping us out when she's doing stuff. Come on.
And this will be the way we start by helping her repay that.
Yep.
Is, folks, if you can donate some money to her cause, please do. Donate some jeans. She's got other things that go on during the year as well.
The whole year.
Yeah, look her up on Facebook, please.
Yeah.
So what we got going on next week? You're going to be in D.C.
Yep, I'm heading out to Washington, D.C.
Peddling some metal minder boards.
Peddling some metal minder boards, but also taking a vacation.
That's right. You're going to go see the sights.
I am. I'm a history buff. I love history.
Family's going with you, right?
Family's going. I've never been to Washington, D.C., and I'm not going to lie. I'm super pumped. I don't like running on pavement of any sort. I'm gonna run around the National Mall, the monuments from my hotel.
For sure.
And if you've ever seen Captain America, the second one, Winter Soldier,
Yeah, I haven't.
he runs around that stuff. And I'm a huge Captain America fan, so I'm going to be in the same footsteps.
Are you going to be wearing your Halloween costume?
No,
Eric
because
he has a Captain America Halloween costume.
it is a Halloween costume. Sorry, yeah. I don't wear that very often. I mean,
he's worn it during the beer mile the last 2 years. That's the reason I know he has it.
but I'm super excited to go out. I'm super excited to go run around. History buff. I get to see some things. Some of my bucket list forever. So
Right.
So what that's going to do for us, though, because we do a weekly show. We don't
Right.
record 10 shows and just launch them as we go. Because
Well,
we like to stay
we
current.
started that way where we had a couple in the bank
We did.
because we didn't know what we're doing. Not that we know what we're doing right now, but we're getting better at it.
Yeah. And so next week,
Well, are we going to take a break?
you may have a show, but
Yeah, we'll see.
You may not, but
Yeah.
you'll know.
If we'll let you know. We'll post something either way. I don't want to force it.
No,
you know how I am with
absolutely.
that. I don't
Absolutely.
want to force anything. We'll make sure that we have all of our homework done before we do the interview. So it's up in there right now, folks.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. You'll know.
Right.
But we don't want to, like Joel said, we don't want to come on, force a show just to have a show.
Right.
We'd rather have some quality content and miss a
Yeah.
week. We're good with that, and life gets in the way sometimes.
It does. I think we might have an article coming out this week. Another race preview. Antelope Canyon
Yep.
is coming up in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we want to try to get that out the week of the race if we can. The week before the race would be ideal, but we're still kind of figuring that one out, trying to gauge how people like it, the formatting. So we'll keep playing with that and refine it a little bit more. So hopefully Antelope Canyon race preview will come out.
And there is another article coming out.
That's right. Something that you've been tinkering with.
It is. I'm real excited. It's the Trail Manners bonus miles. It's going to be the intro article, just to kind of give you an idea what to expect.
Right.
A little bit about me, those that don't know me, and then we'll come out with a full-on article. This will be like the intro one, just to kind of get everybody super excited and primed.
So is this
for
something you're going to do every week or just every month?
I'm going to try and do it at least every 2 weeks.
Oh,
that's my goal.
That's big time.
If I say every month, I may or may not do it, and there's too much that goes on. So I want to hold myself to something. I mean, the podcast once a week, I think, covers it well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I got to make a living,
right?
And I've got some family thing. I obviously have a family, need to take care of that stuff. So if I come out every 2 weeks, I think that'll work. And I've got some topics. I can go throughout the whole year with the topics I've already figured out. So I'm not worried about that.
Gotcha.
We also have still our Instagram contest.
That's right. So the Insta Peak. It's not a challenge.
Just taking a picture on a
take
peak.
a picture.
We want to see some.
Be safe, though. Remember,
yeah,
folks,
that's right.
Be safe.
We want to see some good pictures, especially for the people without all the white stuff.
Yeah.
We want to see some dirt.
We're so jealous.
We want to see some dirt, some trees that have green on them.
Some green.
So, again, on Instagram, you just do that silly little pound sign that I love so much, those hashtags.
Remember, the hashtag goes in front. Now, a little inside joke is that, we think hashtags have gone a little bit overboard, and just a little inside things. We have a tendency to put the hashtag on the backside just to be kind of, I guess, jerks.
Yeah, kind of.
Put it in the front, please.
Yeah, put it in the front. Let's get some of those on there. Again, you're going to win some prizes.
Yeah.
We have
an
prizes.
empty Doobie beer bottle right here.
Yep, we've got some chicken wings.
Yep, chicken wings.
I can mail those out if you're close by. I can hand deliver some if you're lucky enough. But we have those. And then also, I'm super, super, super excited. So we have shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I ordered some extra ones for the people that didn't get in on Kickstarter.
Right.
So we're going to have those online eventually. But if you want a shirt, they're not, the little tech tees from ASIC. They got our Trail Manners logo on the front. We also have some cool trucker hats with the Trail Manners patch on the front.
Yep. But
is the big one here.
It is. Now, this is the one you guys need to, if you're a hat aficionado, ooh, you're going to like this.
Yep. We have got a hold of Boco gear out of Boulder, Colorado.
Very limited release.
We did. We had them design some hats for us. We have 30 hats of our Trail Manners logo.
And they look good.
And they look really good. Joel had his on at the Endurance show yesterday.
So many people stopped me and said, "Where'd you get that hat?" I said,
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
There's only like 25 of those in the world.
I'll sell it to you for $100.
Yeah.
And I almost sold it.
Yeah. But you can get yours for a little less than $100.
I think so.
And we also have the very, very limited edition, which is my favorite hat. We only had 10 of these made, and I have one. You have one.
I've got one.
Most likely I'm going to end up with another one, so that's 2 to me because that's my favorite, and I sweat a lot.
I might sell one to you.
You sell me one. I'll buy one. Then they have our podcast logo.
Right. So even more exclusive.
They're super, super sexy.
We'll get a picture of this up on the website, which will go to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that nonsense. If you see the picture and you like it, you better contact us.
Yeah, they're going to go pretty quick.
They're going to go fast.
Because we don't have very many of them.
Yeah, and they're going to be reasonably priced. I mean, we're making a big deal about how exclusive they are, but we'll keep it at a reasonable price.
Yeah, we'll keep it under $50.
Yeah, just enough to buy some Pliny.
Yeah, exactly. So there you have that. So I'm super excited. We'll put some pictures up. If you want to just email me, you can do it that way. I can send you photos if you don't know what the stuff looks like. We'll try and post everything on the website. We will have a store eventually when we have time to get that done.
We'll gotta get some more gear.
Yeah, we do, and we got our stickers still. Our cool Trail Manners car decals. We have a donate button on our website for PayPal. But if you want some gear, if you want to start spreading the love, those that didn't get in on Kickstarter and those that got in on Kickstarter want to hook up with one of these sweet Boco gear hats.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not familiar with them, Joel, are they comfortable?
They're the most comfortable hat I've worn.
They're good. They're so for
comfy.
running because they got the sweat thing inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're built for running, but Joel was rocking his. They're really soft.
They're so soft. That's what I like the most about it. Normally the trucker hat's kind of abrasive up front and it kind of looks cheap, and I think that's why people like it. It's akin to if you've got that Patagonia trucker hat, it's really similar to that.
Yeah, they're nice. Boco Gear does a great job. Kay over there and her team are awesome, so thank you to Boco Gear for that. So we'll have that going. Help support us a little bit. I mean, it's not a lot. It's just kind of showing the love, having some gear, having some swag.
That's right.
Out on the trail. Race season's getting there.
And it looks good.
It does look good, and it's supporting a good cause.
That's right, folks.
So, Joel, we're signing off here.
I think we're ready to go. Eat some wings.
Eat some wings. Good luck to all those people that are racing and running. Be safe.
Be safe, folks.
And I'm not going to say go Broncos, but I will say, come on, Sheriff. Bring one more home for the family.
That's right, old guy. Do it.
All right. Have a great week and be careful out there. Thank you for listening to the Trail Manners podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'd like to encourage everybody to follow us over on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Trail Manners, or you can go ahead and swing by our website at trailmanners.com. You can hit us up on the contact page. Let us know what you want to hear, who you want to see, or even if you want to be on the show. So until next time, this is Eric Manning with Joel Hatch reminding you, you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Now go get it.